Hey everybody, today I'm going to be bringing you guys another video. This time we're going to be showing off the armor in Guild Wars 2. Well, not the armor, the dungeon armor. I should clarify that. So, I'm in Lion's Arc at the dungeon vendors, and this is the very first dungeon vendor. It is the Ascalon Catacombs vendor. So, this armor is level 30 and level 35 armor, and the dungeon is located in the Plains of Ashford. So, there are exotic versions of this armor, and then there's the standard versions of the armor. The exotic versions, they just have higher stats. So, at level 80, if you'd like the look of the Ascalonian armor, you can just buy it instead. But I mean, there's still transmutation stones in this game, so you could always just use transmutation stones, so it's not really that big of a deal, in my opinion. So here we're starting off, this is the light armor set. So for elementalists and mesmers, this is the armor that you will receive once you get all the tokens. The tokens, or currency, that you can see on the right, that's in the red text. Those are Ascalonian tiers, and they drop within dungeons when you complete objectives and that kind of stuff. In the dungeon you get Ascalonian tiers. So next we're going to put on the medium set. So engineer and thieves, this is what you will be wearing. Okay, so the armor looks pretty darn nice. For some reason I was getting some weird effect on the armor. I believe that's just clipping because it's the Sylvari character model. But nonetheless, now we're putting on the heavy set, so this is for Guardian and Warrior. And at the bottom you can see that you can actually buy runes and sigils from these vendors. So for PvE wise, that's how you're going to be purchasing or getting sigils and runes to upgrade your armor pieces with. So you can see here, putting it back on, trying to see if I can fix the error, but still seems like there's a bit of clipping going on. And here I'm just showing off the exotic version. So you can see, same thing, just higher level stats. The gear in Guild Wars 2, it doesn't have, like, for example, if you get a legendary item, it still has the same stats as an exotic item, it just has a different look. So in this game, one player will never have a major advantage over another, so long as you're the same level. So that puts a nice balance in the game. It's not a game where it's gear based, and if you don't do so-and-so dungeon every single day and you get the best gear, you'll be better than anybody else. It's all about just having fun playing what you want to play. So here we're putting on the weapons. This is the axe. Very bland looking axe in my opinion. And then there's the dagger. And then we have the focus. The focus looks okay. Here's the greatsword. I really like the greatsword. It looks really, really cool. And the one thing about these weapons is they actually glow at night. So what I meant earlier when I said look bland, that's really just the effect in the daytime. When these items are equipped at night, they actually turn into like a ghostly color, like a fiery blue. Like the fire that guardians shoot out from their skills and stuff like that, that's the kind of effect that it gets all over the weapon. And there you can see there's a sigil that you can purchase as well. Quite expensive though. Alright, so next we're moving on to the Caduceus Manor dungeon vendor. This is a level 40 to 45 dungeon, and it's located in the Northern Shire of Beetleton. So here we are equipping the light armor set. This light armor set is very, very sleek, and I really enjoy looking at this armor piece. I think it might be my favorite armor piece for light classes. And here we are equipping the medium armor set. Again, this is a very nice looking armor set. It's very high quality in my opinion. Just so you guys know, I'm using the high quality models in this video, so this is what the quality of the the armors and weapons will look like. Although this video quality might be reduced a bit, just because it's going to be uploaded to YouTube, and YouTube does a little processing thing that reduces some of the quality of your video. Okay, so here we are equipping the weapons. There's the axe, now the dagger. Great sword has like feathers on it. Hammer. The bow, same thing, it's got that feather aspect to it, or wing aspect I should say. Pistol looks pretty cool, it's got like a shank on it, and then the rifle as well has a little shank on it. And the shield is like the Seraph shield that Logan's Loader Group uses in Divinity's Reach. And then there's the bow, the sharp bow. Again, the sword has a little feather on it, the torch. So yeah, those are the weapons. And now we're going to move on to the Twilight Arbor dungeon vendor. This is the level 50 dungeon, and it's located in the Tarnished Coast. So we're going to equip the armors, show you guys what they look like. So immediately we can see this armor already looks really, really badass. Yes, this armor is fantastic. I can see a lot of elementalists using that. This armor is my favorite on the warrior, just because it has this Sylvari aspect to it. So this is the medium armor though. Just wait till you see the next armor piece. This armor piece is what I'm most likely going to be using on my warrior. So yeah, this is the armor I'm talking about. Immediately you can just see how amazing this armor piece looks like. Looks really, really cool. But as we go on through this video, I'll show you guys at the very end of this video what I plan on making my character look like. These are not the final pieces. This is just some of the pieces that I really, really like. But at the very end of this video, I'll show you my opinion of what I think I'll make my warrior look like. So here are the weapons. There's the axe. There's the dagger. The focus. So you can see they've got the Sylvari theme going on here. Except this theme is not the actual Sylvari, like the good Sylvari. There's actually two types of Sylvari, but I won't go deeper into it because I don't want you guys to be spoiled by anything. So I'll just keep my mouth shut because I know a lot of people, they want to play the game without having to hear any spoilers or what the Sylvari zones are. So there's a shield, a really, really cool looking shield. Kind of reminds me of like the Peacemaker shield that you can get in structured PvP, and the Assyrian cultural shield. So there's the sword, looks really, really cool. It's got like spikes on it and everything. And yeah, so that's the end of the Twilight Arbor. So now we're going to move on to the Sorrow's Furnace dungeon. And this is a dungeon that's for level 60 to 70 players.
How are your endeavors progressing?
So there's the light armor. You can see it's got that Assyrian look to it. Now, thing to make note of is a lot of these vendors, if you notice, they're all different races. And the dungeons, they're located in areas that will have their technology and stuff like that. So that's where you get the look from.
met so many
It's
friendly
because the
people.
dungeons are based in their areas. So here's the medium armor. I'm not really a fan of this one because it feels like it's too big. You know, like I don't know if this is the final model of what it will look like, but it doesn't look right at all. You can see I'm pointing at the shoulder plates because they're way too bulky. Feels like something a Char or Norn would wear. Yeah, see, again, it's like you got huge towers. Like those look like they weigh 30 pounds. You know, I wouldn't be running around in the battlefield wearing something like that. That's just, you wouldn't be able to lift up anything. Like try lifting up your great sword or hammer wearing those shoulder plates. I don't think that's going to happen. That'd be very hard, unless you're like a Char or a Norn. Okay, so now we're going to equip the weapons.
How may I assist you?
So you can see automatically where the theme is going with this weapon. You can see that's already like it's got the Asura theme to it, the high level technology. So great sword, looks really cool. The hammer as well looks really cool. The pistol has got like a sci-fi theme to it. Kind of reminds me of like a phaser. And there you have the rifle. These weapons kind of give me like, not these particular weapons, talking about like the pistol and the rifle, kind of gives me a sci-fi vibe. And there's a sword. And the war horn, it's got like, I don't know what that is, it looks kind of weird.
My
Alright.
crew is on the verge of a breakthrough.
So now we are going to move on to the next one. This one is the Citadel of Flame. It's a level 70 dungeon, and it's located in Ascalon.
Need something.
So again, this is a Char area. So you can see this is like the Flame Legion Shaman's helmet. I don't know if you guys remember him, but he was like the guy in the Black Citadel who just owned everybody during like the first Beta Weekend event. They had to like nerf him big time because I remember going to that area and I saw literally 50 people
Met so many friendly
dead because he just destroyed everybody. Like he would kill somebody, then everybody would try and revive that person, and then they'd all die. It was very funny. So here's the medium armor. The medium armor looks freaking amazing. But again, the clipping issues are showing up, and yeah. This should be ironed out by release though. Okay, so here's the heavy. So the heavy armor looks really cool. I think it would look better if it was all dyed one color though. The preview isn't completely finished yet. As you can see, like there's clipping, for example, and there's different colored armor pieces. But I mean, this is something that ArenaNet just added to this Beta Weekend event. So I mean, I'm really impressed with how much work ArenaNet has done and just so much feedback they've taken from us, and like it's just fantastic the amount of stuff that they're doing. It's really impressive. Okay, so now we are at the Crucible of Eternity vendor. This is, I believe, a level 80 dungeon, and it's located in the Steam Spur Bay Shores. So here we're equipping the light armor. So, can't really say that much about it. You can tell it's Norn though, just because of the way the armor is made, but nothing too fancy in my opinion. Apparently these are Svanir's armor pieces. If you guys don't know who Svanir is, Um, let's just say he's a Norn that got transformed into something. And you might see him in structured PvP. Yeah, okay. So you can already see the Norn aspect of that one. It's already got like the bear helmet or bear. God, I can't talk today. Bear fur or pelt on its head. So this one looks pretty cool in my opinion. I'd probably change the helmet though. I like the chest piece. In my opinion though, the chest piece looks pretty cool.
Always happy to see customers.
So I'm gonna leave this armor preview on while I put on the weapons. So you can see major clipping there. So I just turned that off because the clipping was really bad. So now you can see with these armor pieces what's going on with them is they're pretty much just normal weapons encased in ice. So that great sword doesn't really look like something very sharp. It looks like a blunt sword that you just beat somebody to death with. It's like, ah, I'm gonna beat you with my icicle. The bow looks really cool. The rifle looks weird. It's like, how do you shoot a bullet out of that? I mean, I guess you would be able to shoot it, but it just seems weird. I'm not really a fan of these weapons because to me they just look like standard metal swords and iron and all that stuff, and it's just encased in ice, so I'm not really a fan of those Dungeons armors. So the next vendor we're talking to is the Honor of the Waves dungeon. It's a level 80 dungeon, and it's located in the northern Shiver Peaks. So we can see that little Asura tech to it. It's got the gears and the very nice design at the lower areas of the armor. Looks really, really sleek and clean and well designed. Really, really impressive. Alright, so now I put on the medium. Again, really, really sleek and well designed. I could see a lot of thieves using that one ideally. And here's the heavy. The helmet, I'm not really digging, but the rest of the gear, the shoulders, the chest piece, the leggings, the boots, the gauntlets, they are very, very well done. It's just the helmet just, I don't know, the helmet just ruins it in my opinion.
I've met so many
Looks weird.
friendly little Asuras.
Yeah, once you get to know them, they're very educated.
Excel.
So now we'll show off the weapons. You can see the little lightning effects on the weapons. These weapons kind of remind me of the Tales series weaponry, like Tales of the Abyss. This is what the kind of the bow. Whoa, the bow looks really cool. Yeah, but these weapons they kind of remind me of like Tales of Symphonia and Tales of the Abyss. If you guys don't know about the Tales series, I highly recommend trying those out. They're not on the PC, but you can try them on like your Nintendo systems if you have those, or your PlayStation 2. You can try Tales of the Abyss and Tales of Symphonia on that. It's a really, really nice game. So yeah, those are the weapons. So now we will move on to the very last dungeon vendor. This is the Ara dungeon, and it's located in the peninsula of Or. And presumably this is where we will fight a certain elder dragon. I will not mention which elder dragon though, because
I pray to
think
the
I
spirits
know
of the
which one
wild.
it'll be.
They rarely answer.
Just because of the look of the armor, you know, it kind of gives it away.
Those gates are something.
Sura technology.
So here is the medium armor. This is a very cool looking armor for necromancers. This is like the ideal armor that necromancer would want to wear. And over here we have the medium. This is the armor that the actual vendor themselves is wearing. So you can see the very reptilian and dragon-like appearance. The scales, the dragon heads on the shoulders. And you have like a dragon spine. And then here, my favorite warrior piece. If you're a warrior, you're not wearing this armor piece, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just look at that. Like, even the helmet, I would say, looks cool. Just looks fantastic. This is definitely my favorite. And we haven't even gotten to the weapons yet. Wait till you see the weapons. The weapons are just mind-boggling, so I'm going to leave this
You are
equipment preview
welcome,
open
yes.
and show you the weapons to go along with this armor. So there's the axe. I do believe these weapons, they also glow at night as well. I'm not 100% sure though. So here's the greatsword. Man, I don't know what to tell you, man. That greatsword with this armor set just looks so freaking cool. And there's the hammer, the harpoon, so underwater. And then there's the bow. It's got like dragon wings on it. I mean, just all of these
The
items look
spirits of the wild welcome.
amazing. I just don't know how to explain it. It's just so cool looking. So
I
now
know that face from my
what I'm going to
dream.
do is I'm actually going to show you guys the armor now that I really think will go well
Seize the
together,
moment.
at least as a warrior. So here I'm just changing the armors. So there's the helmet that I think would look ideal. The shoulders, I'm not sure yet. I think I'll probably change the shoulders to something else.
This is a bad time to be traveling.
Yeah, so this set looks alright, but we're gonna switch it up some more. So we put back on
What
those
can I do
pants
for you?
because we really like those pants. And then we switch the shoulder
Interested in
plates.
something specific? I have everything you need right here.
And the chest piece as well.
You'll find everything
But don't really like this one yet, so we're gonna keep switching this around to get it the way that we like. So yeah, there we go. That chest piece looks fantastic. So ideally this is what I think I'd make my warrior look like. However, like I said, the preview is not fully the same color, so I would have to dye these identical, obviously. But in my opinion, I think this is what the best looking warrior would look like if everything was dyed the same color. Perhaps a red and black variety would look very, very cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the dungeon armors and what I think my character would look like. I'm really looking forward to the release of this game. I think, personally for me, I'm going to level 1 to 80 first. My guild's more of a PvP and world versus world oriented guild, but we've all agreed that we're going to level 1 to 80 just because we really like what Arena's done PvE wise, and we think the game, it's just the amount of exploration on that stuff in this game is just so immense and so cool that it would really be a disservice to Arena for us not to actually experience the entire game and just do PvP. So we're gonna end up doing all the PvE, exploring, doing puzzles, all that stuff before we dive into PvP and World vs. World. So yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you want to see more videos when I upload them. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.